Hello, my lovely students. So today we'll be talking about 15 advanced business English phrases. So let's see how many you know. So the first one is break even. So when we say this, we put the stress on the word even, like break even. So this is basically when our expenses and our income equal. So you're not losing money and you're not really gaining a profit. You're just breaking even. And the opposite would be something like to incur a loss. So often this is used in business startups, right? So these are milestones that businesses want to reach to break even. So for example, after a challenging first year, we finally managed to break even by increasing sales and cutting costs. Now the next one is touch base. Here we emphasize the word base. So touch base. This means to briefly connect or communicate in order to exchange any sort of information. So basically to update one another. Now this is similar to the phrase catch up, like to catch up with something. We often use this in emails and casual business type conversations. So for example, let's touch base next week to discuss the progress on the new marketing campaign and make any necessary adjustments. Next we have in the loop, so emphasis on loop, in the loop. So this means that you're informed and you're up to date about the progress of anything. And the opposite, of course, would be to be out of the loop. So this is very, very important in especially team communication. So for example, please keep me in the loop about any changes to the project timeline so I can adjust my tasks accordingly. Next we have is back to the drawing board. So here we emphasize drawing, back to the drawing board. This is when you kind of have to start over from the beginning after having worked on something, but then maybe the idea fell apart or it failed, so you have to go back to the drawing board. So for example, the client didn't approve our proposal, so it's back to the drawing board to come up with a more appealing solution. Next is raise the bar. So emphasis on bar here. Raise the bar. This means to set a very high standard or level of quality. So this can be used in both sports and business to encourage continuous improvement and better performance. So for example, we need to raise the bar on our customer service to stand out in the competitive market. So next we have is think outside the box. So emphasis on outside. Think outside the box. So this means to expand your horizons and think creatively and unconventionally. And this is usually a way to encourage innovative problem solving and is really appreciated in brainstorming sessions. So for example, we need to think outside the box to develop a unique marketing strategy that captures our audience's attention. Next we have is on the same page. So this means you have a shared understanding, everyone's in agreement, and they know about the progress. A similar expression that we have is to see eye to eye. So this makes sure that everyone is in agreement and again, there aren't any misunderstandings. So for example, let's make sure we're on the same page before we present our proposal to the board. Next we have is cutting edge. So emphasis on cutting edge. This means highly advanced, innovative, or pioneering. So the opposite would be something like obsolete. So this is often used in the latest research, like cutting-edge research or technology. So for example, our company is known for using cutting-edge technology to stay ahead of the competition. Then we have take it offline. So this means to discuss something privately outside the current meeting or discussion that's been happening. And this is common in meetings to avoid sidetracking when you don't want to go off topic. So sometimes if a person introduces a topic or maybe they have a question, you might want to take it offline so you don't deter from the main topic at hand. So for example, we'll take it offline and talk about the budget details after this meeting. Then we have win-win situation. So emphasis on win-win. So this is a scenario where all the parties involved benefit. So this is used when we want to encourage mutually beneficial solutions, often used in negotiations and partnerships where more than one party may be involved. So for example, our partnership with the local charity is a win-win situation, benefiting both our community and our brand. So the next one is game plan, emphasis on game plan. So this is basically a very detailed strategy, a well thought out plan for achieving a certain goal. And this does originate from sports terminology, and it's to emphasize strategic planning. And this really helps to outline all the necessary steps and actions needed. So for example, what's our game plan for launching the new product in the market? The next one is hit the ground running. So emphasis on running. Hit the ground running. So this is basically to start a task or any project with energy and enthusiasm and avoiding any sort of delays. And this is commonly used in job context, especially for new hires who are very excited to start their new job or a new project. So for example, she hit the ground running on her first day, completing several tasks ahead of schedule. The next one we have is in the pipeline. So this means that something is in progress or it's still being developed and prepared. And this is often used for services or future plans, and it's a way to communicate ongoing efforts and progress. So for example, we have several innovative projects in the pipeline that will revolutionize our industry. The next one is by the book. So emphasis on book, by the book. So this means to strictly follow all the rules and procedures that are laid out for any activity. And the opposite would be something like cutting corners. So this is usually used to emphasize adherence to rules. So for example, he always does everything by the book, ensuring compliance with all regulations. And the last one we have is red tape. Emphasis on red tape. So this is unnecessary rules and obstacles that come in the way, and they slow down decision making, progress, and actions in any organizations. So basically, red tapes make it harder for people to accomplish their goals. And it originates from the red tape that was used in legal documents. So this highlights challenges in bureaucratic processes. So for example, we need to cut through the red tape to get the necessary permits for our project. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope you had fun and learned something in the process. And please do remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Until the next video, happy learning!